You and I spent a good bit of our time Friday watching some of the speeches at CPAC, and since most of that time focused on potential presidential candidates, let's focus now on someone who is not running for president, but who offered the winning ideas for anyone who cares to listen. Our friends at Breitbart.com sponsored a speech that was not delivered on the main stage, but was for many the main attraction of the entire conference. Senator Jeff Sessions of Alabama may not be the most captivating of speakers, but he knows the way for conservatives to win back the White House, and it begins with elected officials, especially would-be presidents, understanding who they represent.
Who is our constituency? Who does a politician take an oath to represent? Well, I'm a lawyer. I know what a trust is. I know what a corporation is. I know what a duty of a CEO is. It's to represent his stockholders. Well, for politicians, our duty is to represent the people, the citizens of this country. That's first and foremost. And we are not, as National Review said, an economy with a nation. We are a nation with an economy. People aren't commodities.
Jeff is exactly right. People are not commodities, and what the senator cited from our friends at National Review is true too, and it is worth repeating. We are not an economy with a nation, we're a nation with an economy. Jeff Sessions is listening to what Americans are saying.
The American people want and rightly believe that their government should defend their economic interest on the world stage effectively, with passion and determination. And that is an obligation we have as representatives of the people to do so. They have pleaded for this. They've demanded this. Congress has promised this and never delivered it. They've asked for a lawful system of immigration, one that serves the national interest, one that we can be proud of. Now, a person applies to come to our country, and they're accepted or not accepted. If they're not accepted, they don't get to come illegally. And we need to say that with clarity and consistency, and if we did that, we would have a much, much better system. We're on a road where the average American person feels forgotten.
Jeff Sessions has not forgotten the business of politics. He relates how pollster Kellyanne Conway visited his office last summer with the results of a poll which converted Kellyanne into a backer of immigration enforcement. Why? Well, simply stated, because the numbers don't lie.
If businesses have trouble finding workers, what should happen? Should they raise wages and improve working conditions to attract Americans? 75% say yes. More immigrant workers should be allowed into the countries to fill these jobs. 75% to 8. This is our Republican candidates aren't talking about this. Among women, Republicans lose the women vote. Should they raise wages and improve conditions? 78% to 8. How about African Americans? 86 to 3. How about Hispanics? 71 to 11. Now I'm telling you, American people are pleading for their country to do something about their problem for a change.
And that might account for the sea change we saw from some of the potential presidential candidates at CPAC. Scott Walker, who 2 years ago said he favored a path to citizenship for illegals, has backed away from such talk now, claiming his past comments were taken out of context. Marco Rubio, who I publicly warned at CPAC in 2013 to back away from sponsoring that Gang of 8 amnesty bill in the Senate, well, he couldn't very well claim that his vote was taken out of context. So at this year's CPAC, he essentially apologized and said he was wrong with that approach. But here's the problem for Scott and Mario and so many of the others. None of them come to this debate with clean hands. So many have taken so many different positions on this, it's tough to determine who really gets it. Even now, these guys are talking about accommodating these illegals as guest workers, despite so many of our own citizens still looking for work. Here's the bottom line. You want the top job in 2016? Stand up for American workers getting American jobs. That's the way I see it.